listen without judgment.
And if someone feels sad about it, don't say, oh, I went through it, I didn't feel anything. You can't do that. You're different from the other person.
That's right.
That other person might feel much more sad than you can. And that's just the way it is. We're all made differently. So we just have to accept everyone as they are.
Yeah.
And just be supportive.
If we ourselves don't have the skills or the patience to listen, then perhaps let me recommend you. I just recently met Dr. Mohan. Maybe he's a good person to talk to about this. Let me give him a call. Offer help like this, Or you could just listen. There's so many ways that we could help. And the first step is to really start this conversation, which we are doing right now, which is fantastic. So thank you for your questions. We've got
It's a good sign, really. I think it's wonderful that people are all, becoming conscious of mental health, and everybody is trying to do something there, wants to chip in, and to make it into a movement. And I'll just give you one example. Something, discussion earlier by the Malaysian Psychiatric Association, Malaysian Mental Health Association, and the Green Ribbon Group, that is the decriminalization of suicide. That was a conversation between us, and later it became a massive movement by all these NGOs that came on later. So I look at it as something good. Of course, there will be differences of opinion, like it happens in everywhere, every society, every family. So that's quite all right. Yeah. So I welcome the idea.
My concern is about maintaining the consistency of service and quality.
So that I think will regulate on its own somehow, and the bodies, there should be bodies to look into services. For example, the services of doctors, psychiatrists, clinical psychologists, or counselors. There are bodies to look into standards being practiced. But I do understand where you're coming from. You're concerned about too many people, and then it might get diluted and things like that. But those are things that we have to go through anyway.
all right.
Mental health advocacy. So we frequently give talks and workshops to different areas of the community, to businesses. We also are involved in research. So most recently we did the paper on youth suicide. In 2019 we did the business cost of mental health. So that's just part of the work that Really does. I think, we can all start in our personal lives, right? We're all here today. You have read about the different types of mental illnesses. You have read about the different symptoms. You are familiar now with the NGOs that are involved in mental health, right? So I think all of us have suffered since the pandemic. So I think it starts with us personally. What are we doing to take care of ourselves? What are we doing to take care of the people around us? What are we doing with the information that we have today about mental health? So I think that's definitely where we can start. But of course, if you want to learn more about Renee, you can always visit us on our website. There's always opportunities to volunteer and to work with us. All right.
Our helpline for people to get in touch with us. But it doesn't mean that one has to feel suicidal to call our helpline. So basically, if someone has something that's troubling them and they need someone to talk to, they need a listening ear, they can get in touch with us. So for those who are not comfortable to talk on the phone, they can get in touch with us through email. And what we are seeing is that, of course, there's an increase in the number of calls that we receive pre-pandemic, and also even up to now, we are still looking at increasing number of calls. So I think what I want to share with everyone is also you do not have to suffer on your own. Reach out to someone, to a helpline. And in Malaysia, of course, there's more than one helpline, which is not only Befrienders KL. If you are unable to get through to Befrienders KL, you can actually call other helplines as well. So I think the important thing is that reach out to someone.
Availability of services, and that's what that we are doing. The government is very strong on that, and as you can see, they have also increased and given an additional budget for psychosocial services to be done at the community level, and we are very appreciative of that.
We like yeah, the community approach is important, and to know that you don't have to be a professional to help anything. You know, you can start in your own capacity, just as yourself. You know, you don't have to be a psychiatrist or psychologist to help someone. If you know someone is struggling, reach out. And even something as small as asking how are you can go such a long way. And I continuously emphasize that you can do things in your own capacity without having to be a professional. And I like that I'm seeing that a lot more now.